I just got back from one of the most epic and stressful drift events of my life.
Oh, there it goes. Just driving the race car to go get truck parts.
I haven't showered in 2 days. I've slept for 2 hours probably total.
What happened? Alexi found himself a drift trike over here.
It was supposed to be simple. I was moving from South Carolina to Arizona. I figured I would drive with my truck and trailer and drift car and stop and go drifting in Texas on the way. You know, I'd hang out with some of my internet friends, meet somebody I've looked up to for a while, Alexi from Noriaro, he was there, and then do some drifting. And I guess that's what happened, just took a lot of extra steps to get there. You see, my tow truck is a 6-liter Power Stroke, and if you know much about trucks, you're probably sitting here shaking your head because they're not known for being the most reliable trucks. But this has been great for me up until this trip.
I made it most of the way through Georgia before having any problems. So let's take a look. I noticed this was a bit floppy. Something didn't seem right. And sure enough, the intercooler coupler is torn there. So I'm gonna see if I can shorten it and just limp it by and hopefully find something along the way. Okay, got that guy trimmed up. It's on. It doesn't look very pretty on there, but we're going to find out if it holds. I broke out my my SCT thing so I can monitor turbo boost pressure. I don't know if you can see that. That way I can see what's going on as I'm driving, and hopefully we're okay. We'll find out. So far, so no, there it goes. Man, this sucks. Great. Fire ant hill right next to where I pulled off. Right there, it blew off. So I guess I'm gonna try and redo it and tighten it down more. Let's try this again. I really clamped it down this time. It's holding now. Maybe. We're about to go up a hill. We'll find out how well it's holding. Right now we got 18 PSI, 19 PSI, 20, 21. Okay. So I think I'm gonna have to leave this on and just watch my boost pressures. And maybe I'll just have to keep it under 20 PSI or something, or try, because until I can get a new intercooler coupler, because I'm not liking this. 19, let's just push it a little bit, 25. Oh, there it goes. Okay, don't go above 25, got it. Oh. Okay, third time's the charm. Remember, let's take it easy. Let's keep it under 20 PSI and we'll be good. Oh man. Status update. Wasn't just that turbo to intercooler coupler. Something's wrong with the fuel system. I don't know what yet. All I know is I can go for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then the truck stalls, and I have to bleed the system by removing the cap for the fuel filter, put it back on, all this stuff to get it to run for another 30 to 60 seconds. And yeah, this is not fun. I've been doing this for the last 2-3 hours. Just driving the race car to go get truck parts. Woo! Nothing quite like changing a diesel fuel pump on the side of the road in the middle of the night. But it's done. Truck seems to be running pretty good now. All that work I did to put in a new fuel pump did not fix the truck. I thought I was having fuel pressure issues because I could get the truck to start by bleeding the fuel system, and it was kind of weird. So I was like, oh shoot, definitely needs a fuel pump. Got the fuel pump put in, and it's not running. It'll run for a little bit and then it stalls, and so as I'm watching everything, it looks like I might be losing some sort of FICM voltage, FICM ignition voltage or something. I'm not really sure. It's kind of hard. I don't have a good scan tool. I'm just using my programmer tuner, and I can see that when it stalls that the voltage drops down to 11. I'm getting a tow truck. They're 2 hours out, so I'm gonna be sitting on the side of the road for 2 hours waiting for the tow truck to get here. And then I'm gonna get it towed an hour from here to my buddy's shop. So probably get there at like 2:30 in the morning. And then, I don't know, I think I just need to take a shower, sleep, and in the morning I'll try and figure something out. I don't know if I need to get a new FICM. That really suck because they're like $1,000. I'll take that back. They're like $600-700. And I just put $300 worth of stuff into it for the fuel pump. I'm exhausted.
Well, day one was relatively uneventful, but day two sucked. I had all kinds of problems with the truck. I blew an intercooler coupler. I tried to fix it. I sort of fixed it, but it kept blowing off. The truck kept stalling. At one point, I pulled the Corolla off the trailer. I ran into town to get parts. Put parts on, didn't fix it. Kept limping it along. I spent 12 hours limping it, and then finally I called it quits. Had a tow truck pull me the last little bit to my friend's shop. This is Colton's shop. It's pretty sweet. He's got some really cool stuff here, and also he let me work on my truck here. So last night when I got in, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I worked on the truck till about 4, slept for a few hours, got back up, worked on it some more, got some parts, and yeah, hopefully the truck's fixed. It's idling out there right now. Hopefully no more stalling, but we'll see. Anyway, check out Colton's shop. He's got some rad stuff here.
I met Colton when I went to Clutch Kickers a few years back. See, Colton was helping Brandon Wicknick, and Wicknick and I are buddies. We go way back, and so we all kind of hung out together at Clutch Kickers, which is super cool. His shop is called Zachary Auto Perfections. It's kind of like in the middle of nowhere in Alabama. And it's weird because I found like this JDM haven in the middle of nowhere. He's got this awesome R33 sedan. He's building a bunch of just like super neat parts laying around, nice wheels and aero and coilovers and suspension stuff, just all hanging out. He also has this awesome Safiro he's building. And then there's this, like, I think it was a Nismo 350 or 370Z that he was there working on. I also picked up these sweet reproduction rear quarter window shades from him for my A86 hatchback.
And there's the truck just idling out here in the parking lot. Hopefully it's fixed. I don't know. I'm gonna let it idle for another 20 minutes before I say we're good to go, because it would stall while idling or while running. Yeah.
And Colton is such a rad dude. I really appreciate what he did for me, loaning me his shop and space to be able to work on my truck. Back on the road now. And I tell you what, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of something called highway hypnosis, but it's where like you're driving down the road and you're on the road for so long, you just kind of zone out, don't think about anything, and it's almost like you teleport down the highway because you can't remember anything in between. It's definitely a very real thing, especially when you're running on like, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours of sleep and the level of physical exhaustion from working on a big truck for like, I don't know, 12 hours straight. Yeah, I feel like I blinked and I'm 30 miles down the road. But at least the scenery is beautiful for when I'm paying attention.
After, what is that now? 7.5 hours on the road today. Truck's doing good. I haven't showered in 2 days. I've slept for 2 hours probably total. I've been running on adrenaline and caffeine all day. I'm exhausted. It's 11:30. I'm still 3 hours out from the track, but I stink. I gotta take a shower. That was it. I decided it's time to stop. So we'll get to the track tomorrow, probably late because just haven't made good enough time today.
But in the next video,
Finally made it to the track. Now we're gonna go do some 8.6 tandems with my buddy John Yin. 400 horsepower SR 28.6.
Oh, that's feeling good. What happened?
Let's take a look at what happened.